Hello friends, and welcome to today's video.
Hello, and in today's video, I'm going to be designing my friend a PNG tuber. So, I've recorded this 3 times. I'm not even gonna lie. So this is gonna be a little dead inside. So, I designed this character, and my friend Springs colored it. I got this idea from a eureka moment on a Discord call. So we were all talking and we have like a Minecraft friend thing, and we were like, oh, well, what character should you do? And then one of my friends was like, hey, why don't you do a changing character, Springs? You know, because you it and then I was like, holy shit. And then I made a slime character that can like change, but it's still very obviously still a slime. Um, so that well, there's still like character consistency, but also it can change forms. I'm so smart. Um, so my friend Springs is a DID system, so they have so you'll see at the end of this one, which is why the slime, so that depending on who's fronting, it's in theory supposed to shift, but I didn't show that here. Um, for but for this first PNG model, they have different accessories depending on who's the main fronters are. Um, and that'll be shown at the very end. For the and for the second model, I didn't give any glasses or accessories because I already have the clown accessories for it. And once I was rendering it, I was like, I can't make more shading for this. Also because the eyes I did were super cool. Um, I will show off the eyeballs again. For this first pixel model, um, I added in all these eye variations. This is the first iteration, I guess, of this character design that was done digitally and not on notebook paper. Me going like, oh, look, oh my god, bro. So certain things like that aren't added on yet. So you'll see the example of this character being able to change shape in the next painting, where I combined centipedes and slime, and it has centipede legs on the side of his body, and it looks really cool. It looks like an actual like slime bug monster thing, and I like it. I really do. Um, I also added onto this character's face. I do think you'll see it. I added on. So I usually don't really like the flesh fang thing for like human characters or elf characters or anything with real skin, because lips don't do that. But for this character, it was perfect because they're a slime, and so why would slime have teeth? That would be even more freaky than the flesh fang thing. So I gave this character flesh fangs because it makes the most sense. Because they're a slime already. Just explaining that part. For this model, I originally meant it for it to be a VTuber model, for somebody else to rig, but or for my friend to rig, but my friend was like, okay, this is scary, and I was like, fair enough, and I'll cut it, and so I cut it up to be a PNG model. The second model I made was just meant to be a PNG model because I didn't feel like rendering a whole VTuber model. That's so scary. Um, so for um so for this character, I'm adding on little glasses. They weren't too hard to make. I was just trying to like make them look like glasses. I made them a little bit less detailed than mine because they're just black glass. All of them are just black glasses. And then I added on a little hat. This was before we got the circus theme. And it was just a cute little slime. But you'll see, for the next drawing, I add the circus theme, and it's super cute and super fun. There's gonna be a whole. I'm just gonna mentally skip over it because I accidentally exported this after I was done exporting all of the bits and pieces of this model. So there's just this like hellish like part where I'm just flashing you guys with all the different body parts of this slime. And so there you get Mr. Dax Slimes body parts flashed at you. Okay, it's over. Okay, it's over. Um, okay, so on to the next one. So for this one, I had more of an idea, more or less when I was sketching it out, because I wanted to add more details since this is more rendered, and not pixels. It lended itself to be more detailed. I made sure to add on, so I added on the clown motif. So now there's the accessories are the little clown frilly in the hat, and then there is a version without accessories that can have accessories added on, or just be left naked. Um, for the way I rendered, so I sketched this out, and I didn't do line art because I haven't been a fan of line art in quite a while, except for pixels, because I like pixel line art because I'm not worried about my shaky ass hands. But for this, I just did a clean sketch, and then I added on the lining, or not the lining, the rendering. And I think it looks really nice. So the way I rendered the slime was there was an inner core and the outer shell of the slime. And what I did is I first rendered the outer color, and I painted it all on, and then I painted on top of on the inside of that the darker purple, and then I rendered that darker purple. I used blue, and then for the highlight color, I used this like periwinkle color on an ad. It made it look really shiny and almost like iridescently slimy, so I really liked it. This model is cut up into less pieces, but it can be cut up into more. It was more of a sanity thing on my half. Also, because this is just a model that goes up and down and up and down, and opens and closes its mouth and eyeballs. I separated the two parts. So, and I didn't separate anything else, but I can. I might go back and separate the arms for him later. We'll see. We'll see. So for the shading for the body, I was trying to keep in mind what would kind of be on top of each other, and since this slime is currently taking a humanoid form, or Dax is currently taking a more humanoid form, I left there's chest where you're breathing, over stomach where, because he has no organs, and I shaded underneath the arms, on the sides of the body, underneath him, behind him, and then under the little centipede leggies. I forgot to add the blue shading that I was talking about to the body until the end, so you're gonna have to leave me to my mistakes. I also have added two versions of the body, I said earlier. So one is a shaded version that has the clown bits shaded, and the other is just naked. I also had to cut up the clown frills in a very interesting way, because the way it's sandwiched is frill, hair, clown frills. So I had to cut them up a little bit. So for this design, that's literally all my inspiration. I was just like, so what do you like? I don't know. Do you like clowns? Yes. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a party to myself. And that's what I did. I had a party to myself while drawing. This took me about 4 hours to do, because it's just rendering the same texture over and over except for the clown bits. So it's not super hard to draw slime. It's not like drawing a full background or anything, or 500 different textures on one character like mine. So it was quite simple and fun to just sit back and draw and just make shiny slime. For the clown, clown circular objects. That's what we're calling them. For the clown circular objects, I made them this pinky red color, and then, or purpley red. It's like a very intense, cool red. And then I shaded it with purple, and then I added a blue highlight, and then I bounce lighted it with a white highlight, and then I bounce lighted it with a bluey purple color to make it look like it was reflecting light off of the shiny slime. because it's also shiny, like a real thing. I do this to all the clown circular objects. That's what we're calling them for the rest of this video. um, I, so yeah, that's what I did for those. The black is just shaded black, and I highlighted with a gray, or the midtones of gray, and I highlighted with a lighter gray. Like that, because that's how I usually end up rendering black. Is rendering the black and then adding the gray on top of the black. Sorry, that was a big yawn. I forgot this one little part, which was the ears. So you'll see me at the very end, rendering the ears because I'm so smart. Another thing I should add that when I was rendering the eyes that I forgot to mention is the eyelids are in fact translucent, which is why there's no glasses, because I want all of you to look at this character's eyeballs and see it blink, because it is the coolest thing known to mankind that I have gifted you is a slime with translucent eyeballs or eyelids. Thank you for my dead talk. I love it. It's so badass. And having a good day. Okay, I'm being serious. I really like the design aspect of having the translucent eyes. It looks really cool. I rendered it out really cool, and I really like it. So that's why it was. There's no glasses because I think it looks cool and I want people to see it in HD. But yeah, that's all I really have to say for this character, other than when I do link my friend's YouTube channel in the pinned comment, go subscribe. They are super cool and super nice, and we've been friends for a really long time. So go subscribe to them. They're wonderful people, and I think they're super cool, which is why I designed this character for them. I had a fun time designing Mr. Dax. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.